Welcome to Retreat TV and Podcasts. Hi, I'm Lisa Lawbreck, the Retreat Specialist. Welcome to Retreat TV and Podcasts. This is a program where we get to talk to amazing women who have achieved amazing things, who have their own businesses or have gone on their own exceptional journeys. So today I'd like to welcome Derrin to the couch. We're not obviously on the couch, we're on Zoom, but it's a good way to bring together women. So Derrin's over in Western Australia and I'm here in Victoria. So it's a good way to connect women from around the world. So Derrin is a life coach, and I've got it written here, and she's a coach to women who want to feel alive. So that sounds a bit exciting. Tell me what that means.
Well, Lisa, thanks for talking to you. It's really cool. It's when women get to a point in their life where they've spent so many years looking after everybody else and making sure everybody else's needs come before theirs, they suddenly discover that there's a whole lot of years laying out in front of them and they're really not sure what is going to fill those years. And so I work with women where I'm helping them to rediscover what it is that lights them up and makes them feel like they've got some meaning and purpose in their life, so that they can live those next years feeling like they're actually living instead of just going through the motions day after day.
Beautiful. And you know, I've found, especially when women hit about that 40 years old mark, they start to really go, who am I? What am I doing? You know, the kids are nearly grown up, or I've just been focused on working, those sorts of things. And we kind of go, well, what next?
Yeah, a lot of women I work with are empty nesters or almost empty nesters, and that's exactly the question. Is this all there is?
Exactly.
What am I going to do next? What's going to make it feel like life's worth living for those? Because, you know, these days we have such a long lifespan compared to our grandparents that there's a whole, you know, we've got a whole other adulthood to fill with meaning and, you know, an exciting life.
Yeah, great. So I'm very excited to hear that you're adding my favourite thing, retreats, to your repertoire. And we've been talking about it, and I really wanted to share and get you to share what you're doing, because if you can get me excited about walking, then I think you could get anyone excited. So tell me a little bit about, so where are you going?
My retreat will be in Varenna, which is on the edge of Lake Como in the north of Italy.
Great.
Beautiful, beautiful spot. Yeah.
I've seen some of the photos, so it looks amazing. So when are you going?
September 2017. The 10th to the 17th will be the week of the retreat.
Great.
So beautiful weather at that time of year as well.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing there.
Well, we're going to, the retreat is called Bella Vita, which means good life, and eat, walk and bloom. So walking is going to be a big focus of what we do. Walking on the paths through the forest and around the mountains, where we can soak up that the energy of just being in nature, and slow down enough to hear the whispers that we've probably buried for years and years about what's going to light us up. And then, of course, eating awesome Italian local fresh food, and then, you know, the personal growth stuff that will come from some workshop sessions, but also primarily from the walking. Yeah,
great.
Walking will be our key. Yeah.
Yeah. For everyone viewing this at home, I have dogs. So one just decided to bark, which is one of the, you know, the pitfalls, I guess, of working from home. So if I was to come on this retreat with you, what would I come home with?
Sense of peace, a whole lot of strategies that will help you to calm your busy mind, I guess, by the time when life starts imposing again, you're going to feel rejuvenated and energized and excited about life. Hopefully you will have rediscovered what lights you up, or if not, you'll be well on the way to working that out, so that you've got a clue about what makes life purposeful. And then, you know, we're going to be walking through the most amazing countryside. So there's the calm and peacefulness that comes from walking, but also in such a magnificent environment where you've got stunning views. So it's really about putting the focus back on you, taking some time to make you a priority and work out what it is that's going to light you up.
Beautiful. That just sounds, and like I said, if you can get me excited about walking, seeing your video, I just went, oh, it's so beautiful. I so want to be there.
Yeah.
So what sort of level of fitness would someone need to have to come on a retreat like that?
Well, we're not mountain climbing, although it's not all flat walking. I won't pretend that it is. But, a moderate level of fitness would be all you require. You don't have to have trained particularly for this. We're not going at fast pace. We'll be walking, but not. It's not a marathon. We're not trying to get to somewhere in a set time. So we've got time to pause as we go. So yeah, moderate level of fitness will be all that you require, and a reasonable pair of walking shoes.
Yeah, that always helps.
But you don't need boots or special equipment. Just a good pair of shoes will be fine.
Fabulous. So it's not to the level of Kokoda or anything like that.
No. And like I have walked long distances. I've walked the Camino Trail in Spain and a bunch of other long distance walks in Australia and New Zealand, and also in Portugal. And it's we're not climbing mountains in the same way that we would have been there. And it's not the long distances. It's that consistent opportunity to tune in while we're walking. That's the primary thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly play your video, so people can see what it is they're gonna enjoy while they're away. So how fabulous is that? The scenery looks amazing. It just makes me want to be there at Lake Como and walking and sitting, enjoying beautiful food, beautiful wine, all those things that Italy is famous for. Plus, like I really picked up on what you said before, that we are so busy and we sometimes...
Other long distance walks in Australia and New Zealand and also in Portugal, and it's we're not climbing mountains in the same way that we would have been there, and it's not the long distances, it's that consistent opportunity to tune in while we're walking. That's the primary thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly play your video, so people can see what it is they're gonna enjoy while they're away. Okay, so I'll cut it and I'll play the video.
Awesome.
Okay. So how fabulous is that? The scenery looks amazing. It just makes me want to be there at Lake Como and walking and sitting, enjoying beautiful food, beautiful wine, all those things that Italy is famous for. Plus, like I really picked up on what you said before, that we are so busy and we sometimes don't know how to quieten our busy minds. So being able to take that time out and learn those skills, and I listen to people who walk for solitude, and it just seems to make such a difference in their lives.
Yeah, like walking is an awesome pathway to presence, and when you are present and fully present in the moment, then you've kept all those things that crowd our busy minds at bay.
Yeah.
And so you are going to be able to tune in much more readily to what it is that really matters to you. And like you can walk a really long distance as I did to find these things, but you can also, I can help you to shortcut that. So we can do it in, we can walk shorter distances. I can help you learn the skills that are going to help you be present so that you can get the best out of walking. And then, that's a tool, that's a skill and a tool that you can take home and use anywhere that you're walking, anytime that you need to tune back in again. So it's just, we're going to learn it in just the most amazing setting, and then you'll have it for life.
Beautiful. It just sounds amazing. So if people are interested in coming, should they jump over to your website?
Yes, there's a tab on my menu bar that says Meet Me in Italy.
Yep.
But if you go to derrincramer.com.au, you'll find all the details over there. Yeah.
Great. Oh, the link will be at the end of this interview. Yep. So everyone will be able to jump straight over and book their spot. You could be inundated.
Well, there's only space for, it's a small group because I wanted to be able to spend time individually with each person. Yep. We're not just going on a holiday. We're going to do something that is going to change you and change your life. When you come home, you will be a different person. So the retreat's going to be limited to 8 people. So if you are interested, I would say don't leave it too long.
I would totally agree. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to chat with you on the couch again after your retreat, because I just think it's going to be amazing and so life-changing for everybody that goes.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. I think that it's just the most beautiful setting with, mountains and lake and forest paths and good food, like everything that you can imagine that would really nourish and nurture you. That's, if you're the focus here, what better place could you do that than in the mountains by the lake in Italy? Yeah,
exactly. I can't imagine. It'll be just amazing. So thank you very much for joining me, and we will see you again after the retreat.
Yes, I'd love to talk to you afterwards.
And, talk about some of the transformations that some of the people that came with you went through. Which will
I can't wait to see how people will grow, how it will change
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, that I get a real buzz out of helping people to move to that next stage. And, I really will be looking forward to seeing how we can, what we can share afterwards of how everybody's gone.
Great. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to Retreat TV and podcasts. We will see you again soon for the next episode. And thanks again, Derrin, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Bye.